Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you the best new mods in Fallout 4 after the Anniversary Edition. Now there's actually a lot of new mods that just came out that are going to enhance how we play through this game. The first one I just want to dive right into things here and mention is the All-in-One Creations Anniversary Edition Integration Weapons and Armor mod here by Lykel23. This basically makes it so that all the items that are included in the creations, 150 of them are now going to be spawned in on all the different enemies and factions in the game. I think this is pretty much essential if you want to be using the new creations and if you got the Anniversary Edition, because otherwise you just won't be able to get these items, and it's even harder on PlayStation 5. So there's different versions of this mod depending on what console you're on. So above me are all the different areas that are going to be added in different items, and yeah, it's just a lot more immersive to play this way. Now, I do want to mention two quick Nexus mods here. So the long loading times fixed by Antonix35 is very useful. This mod just came out with an update to make it work with the in-game Anniversary Edition. So the problem that I had when I was playing this on stream last weekend, it took upwards of almost 2 minutes to load into an area. That was not fun. Especially if you're going into some of the areas in the middle of the map. I find those have a very long loading time for whatever reason, even if you have an incredibly fast PC. So with this mod here, this really does cut down on the time that it takes to load in. And I'm also going to mention the faster Pip-Boy open and close by Hornky Glue here. This mod is another one that this one recently just came out and got updated here. It basically makes your Pip-Boy open a lot quicker. So yeah, you can just pull that up. There are 3 different versions of this depending on how quick you want to have it pull up. I just think this is nice, especially if you're going in and out of the menus a lot, which you will be with mods. Now getting into some really fun weapon mods. We got the Select Throwing Knives PC mod here. This is by Niher, an incredibly well done mod. So this gives you a new weapon that you can pull out here, and you literally can throw them. There's a bunch of unique animations. Whenever you first pull this out, you spin the knife around in your hand. It's really great. I'm always a fan of these new types of weapons that are a little bit different from what we already have in the game. So yeah, this is a really cool one. There's also a melee version of this knife, so if you just want to go in and attack with it, you can also do that. So yeah, if you want to get into a fight with these, yeah, don't bring a knife to a Deathclaw fight, but yeah, they're still pretty powerful nonetheless. Yeah, this is not going to go too fantastic here, but you just go ahead, throw them there, and the damage is a little bit respectable. But yeah, we got some other mods here which will be a little bit more powerful. Another amazing mod by Niher is the Select Power Bow Xbox One PC, or whatever your platform is. Now, this bow actually can come with a sight. You can customize it how you want. It's best used in power armor. Otherwise, you do lose a little bit of the overall power of the bow. You do need a high strength score to be able to even wield this thing. It just makes a lot of sense how it's implemented. And the crossbow bolts here are massive. They look really cool when you hit a target with these. Yeah, really fun. I'm always an enjoyer of any type of bows in games, and this is just a huge one that looks cool. I also do want to mention that there is an item you'll get into your aid here for Power Bow Ammo Switcher whenever you want to switch your ammo types. But yeah, the damage from this thing is pretty respectable. Yeah, very respectable. If you got power armor on, I have this fully buffed up, so yeah, that's why we were able to explode him there, but very fun bow. Now next up we got a scary mod that introduces a whole new location into the game with the Haunted Vault 165 mod here by Gaz Arts. Now this adds a whole new section to the game, and it looks incredible. There's the entire vault. It's a haunted kind of theme. I don't want to spoil too much of this. I may do a future video on this because I think it's a really fun idea. And Paladin Shepherd here, even if you're not okay with the Brotherhood, he's not going to aggro with him. He doesn't have the faction tags on him. So yeah, you're going to come here. There are 2 quests, and you can read the description for a bit more information. But I just think this is really fun. More locations in the game is really nice, and it's just going to be right here, Vault 165, just right above the Croup Manor there. I think this is very fun, and it does have loot spread throughout it so that you can get some good stuff. Isn't going to be overpowered, and it doesn't mess with the main game either. So this is just a nice standalone little DLC kind of style mod. And it also does not require any of the DLCs. So yeah, this is by Gaz Arts, Haunted Vault 165. Now I want to mention a one that's included with the Anniversary Edition with the Varmint Rifle. And this is a new mod. It just got released in November 12th, 2025. This is by the Bethesda Game Studios here by Niher, who have made some other mods on here. And there's a little quest involved to get this. I will be posting a future video on how to get this because it is a little bit of a fun quest, but it may be confusing for some because you have to do some puzzles. But this weapon here has a lot of customization. It's got these cool animations. I think it looks very nice. You can customize a lot with this. And yeah, you can do some pretty respectable damage with this. So very fun weapon. I'm always a fan of new types of rifles, especially when they got these really cool animations. I also have a thing speeding up my animations. That's why it's looking like that. Doesn't happen the same, but yeah, really powerful weapon. That's just a fun one to use as well. So stay away from my dog. So yeah, this is the Varmint Rifle, and stay tuned for a future video on where to get it. It is right around the Cambridge Polymer Labs. You're just going to come right over here, and there's a bunch of puzzles to do. Now, you've definitely seen the Shiba Inu that I got here, and I want to clarify some things around this, because a lot of people are having a hard time understanding how to get this to actually work properly. So you got to download the creations. It's part of the creations. There's a bunch of different ones that'll be there. And we get an item called the Transdogrifier here. So there's Mark 1, Mark 2, which comes with different types of fur. So if you want to make him look like he's got white fur there, there's also some that come with like a Santa hat and antlers. I think these are cute for Halloween or Christmas time, but you can only use the Transdogrifier Mark 1 with the other items. But if you wanted to use something like the Shiba Inu here, it's going to be changed at an armor bench. So you're going to get these two items here, and you can craft them with certain items. And then once you go to the workbench, you'll be able to select the skin that you want to put on the dog. And yeah, you can find them at a house south of Wildwood Cemetery. These are just cute. Again, dog meat's really fun. So next we got the DC-15A Blaster Rifle here by D. Magnus. This is perfect for any fan of Star Wars, and there are some other weapons similar to this one, but I just want to include one of them here because I think they are all fantastic, but I really like this one in particular. You're able to change the capacitator and put different types of scopes on it, reflex short scopes, long recon scopes, and you can also change it from semi-auto to also stunning, which is pretty powerful special ability here, and you also get the automatic here so you can make it shoot fast. So yeah, if you wanted to go against a, or if you wanted to go against a whole crew of them here, yeah, it's a pretty fun weapon. I have it upscaled. It's pretty powerful in terms of the damage, so it's not normally going to be this overpowered. It's just, again, you got to have some you're not going to upgrade all the way to the maximum power if you want to play this game balanced. However, I do think this is a really fun weapon, so I want to highlight this here, and you can kind of have this Boba Fett style play if you wanted to. And next we have one of my old favorites that still works really well with the DeathVision Goggles and Grenade here by Z-Machine00. And this is actually from 2016, still going strong today. This gives you items you can craft like the DeathVision Goggles here, which you can put on, allowing you to see through a bunch of different things here and find enemies. There are also DeathVision Grenades here that you can use, so you can just throw one of these out if you wanted to make it a little bit easier. You can go ahead and throw it there, and then this is just going to mark all the enemies there. It doesn't actually damage them, end up knocking them all prone there, but yeah, you can use this to be able to see some of the enemies there. And boom, they're highlighted there in blue so that you're able to see them a little bit more freely. Now, I do have another mod that I'll be showing that can kind of do something similar and a little bit easier. Now, cheat mods are not for everyone, but this one is extremely well done. So Dr. Modder 2.0 made the Cheat Engine Cheat Menu holotape. This is a really straightforward and very well done mod. You're just going to go in here to your MISC. You got the cheat terminal portable. You're going to pop it in. If you haven't already, you're just going to do an animation, and you can add pretty much anything you want. There's actually going to be the creation next gen update here, which has all the different, not all of them, but a good number of the different items here. And you got even things like the Halloween workshop. So yeah, it saves you time. You also have all the DLC items, everything you can add, all perks. This is just a all-in-one as far as cheat mod go. You don't really need much more after this. It's got all the infinite ammo you could ever need. You can move yourself to locations. You can spawn NPCs. You can have this personal storage here. There's also game alterations. You can make some changes to map merchants, and a lot of other things. So yeah, of all the cheat mods, this is one of the best by Dr. Modder 2.0 here. Just straightforward, easy to use, and it has all the goodies in one spot. So we also next have the Enclave Returns PC here by Fallout Man 43. So this is a really cool one, because Enclave have a lot of really fun stuff in the game, and this just makes it a little bit more accessible here with the Creation Club items. This just adds a bunch of extra crafting options for Enclave. You got new Enclave follower names, and just basically something if you want to have a little bit more lore accurate and are a fan of the Enclave. And yeah, with the creation update, adding a bunch of new armor sets that fit along perfectly, this is a great time if you're a fan of power armor. We also have the show accurate Brotherhood armor here by Radiclown. This is, again, the Follow TV show season 2 is coming soon. This gives us some more lore accurate. There's actually a ton of mods like this, and there's ones on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 5. Actually, many mods like this on PS5, as there's now some custom assets being allowed on PlayStation. So this is a great one too. Now into some paid content, the Gutsy Robot Backpack. This has the original Mister Gutsy voice actor return. This is by Hobgoblin Studios, and I do want to mention that this is a paid one. It costs around $3, but I do think it's worth it, honestly, because they got the original Mister Gutsy voice actor here. There's 130 different unique lines of dialogue, and you don't have to wear heavy armor to be able to get the thrust jump here. So you get this backpack, and he's just going to be on your back there. He'll talk and say a lot of really funny lines. And he'll also be a jetpack here. So if you have any mods that gives you infinite ammo, you can fly with your jetpack infinitely. So this is really fun just because not only are you getting nice utility with having to wear heavy armor to just kind of explore. This is like the best item for exploration now. But with this mod as well, you get a ton of funny dialogue. He's being kind of quiet right now, but I can assure you that the lines of dialogue are hilarious. So yeah, I'll be doing a future video on how to get this, because you do have to go through a bit of a quest here, and you actually have to craft it. And I've seen some people having issues with it, 'cause I had issues with it as well. It's not really explained how you do this properly, but there is a quest involved that you do have to do to be able to get this. Now, the last paid mod that I do want to mention is Shade's Handy Mini Bot. Now, the reason I want to mention both of these here, this one was 300 creation dollary dues. This one is $200, so, or 200 the coins, whatever the currency is called. So with this, we get a little robot that's able to highlight things for us. It's a huge quality of life, and it's also just really fun. Here's all the different things that this mod can do. And yeah, it's just a little mini bot. It doesn't get in the way. You can use it with other companions. It doesn't really count as a companion. There's a bunch of different options here, and then there's also an item that you'll get into your inventory, which lets you customize a few more metrics that it has. It's going to be good for spotting enemies. It'll make them outlined red, kind of similar to the death goggles that I showed earlier. It's just a nice one. It's also good for highlighting weapons and any type of item. Like, there's some quests that have like a hidden wrench or something that you need to use. He will highlight it for you. So really good bot, 10 out of 10 bot, mini bot's great. And again, there's a lot of parameters and ways that you can change how this all works, so I encourage you to check this out if you find this to be interesting. This is by Shaded Ness. Very well done mod. And I want to end off with a free one for everyone out there, the Tale of the Beast Hunter. So this allows you to go through a full quest. It's a 7-part holotape adventure of the Beast Hunter here. If you're a fan of New Vegas, you'll like this one. And obviously with the Fallout Season 2 TV show coming, that's the perfect time to play this. You follow Troy Morton, who traveled from New Vegas to Boston to become a wasteland legend, the Beast Hunter. So there's a quest from home away from home. You go to the Nahant Sheriff Department here, and there's going to be a little radio message. You're going to listen to that, and that's how you're going to be starting the quest. I don't want to spoil anything in this video, but it's a free quest line. It's really fun, and I think this is a good thing to extend your playthroughs of Fallout 4, even if you didn't want to get the creative edition, but I only showed a couple mods that were paid from that. So yeah, lots of great free stuff out there as well. This is the perfect time to get into Fallout 4 if you're a fan, and I will be doing future Fallout 4 content. So let me know what you'd like to see next in terms of Fallout 4 content, because I'm a huge fan of this game and playing them my entire life, and yeah. Lots of great stuff here. I'll be covering the mods for this game a little bit more as I've covered them in the past, but yeah, I'm going to dedicate a little bit more time. So subscribe if you found this video fun or useful. I hope you guys all have a great day, and we'll see you all in the next video.